My name is Kim Howarth and I am a captain in the Salvation Army, currently serving as the Divisional Commander in Tasmania. If I really think about it now, I can see that over my life, God has always been drawing me to Himself. But I think, as with most things, when you're looking forward, you don't see that. It's only as you look backwards over your shoulder that you see the dots come together. Prior to the 27th of February 2000, if you had have asked me if I was a Christian, I would have said to you that I was. But realistically, that was based on the fact that I believed God existed, but I had no concept of relationship with God and what that looked like. So leading up to that, I was a young married mum living in the suburbs of eastern suburbs of Melbourne, and we were looking at schools for our eldest child. In amidst all of that, I was on the local kindergarten committee as the assistant treasurer. Unbeknownst to me, the treasurer was a Salvation Army officer who had said to his corps that he was going to, as part of living out his faith in the world, was going to join the local kinder committee as a way of, making friends and building relationship. So it's Bram and Jean Cassidy. So our eldest child and Bram and Jean's youngest child had become friendly at kindergarten. And so our friendship just developed over time. And I happened to be looking for schools, and I had a real desire to want my children to have a Christian education. So we were looking at private schools to provide that. But I very quickly realised that they were very expensive, and the chances of us affording to put 3 children through was going to be problematic. So I was lamenting this fact to Bram, and he said to me, I'm an officer in the Salvation Army and we have a Sunday school. Why don't you bring your son to us? And my first thought was, I don't want to have to go to church. And then our children transitioned from kindergarten into school, and Jean had sort of said to me a few times, are you going to come to church this Sunday? And I'd say, yes, I'll come. And I can just remember this one particular week thinking, gosh, I don't think I can face her in the schoolyard on Monday if I don't go to church on Sunday. And so I went. And I had an encounter with God that was amazing. It was almost like all of a sudden my eyes just became open. I just felt like I could see, I could feel God, and I felt like I'd come home. It was like everything changed, but nothing changed. So on the outside, everything was still the same. But on the inside of me, everything changed from that day. My life is completely different. It's turned out so different to how I ever envisaged it. My values are different. What I care about is different. What gets me out of bed in the morning is different. I can't even comprehend what that life would have been like in comparison to this life had I have never stepped foot into the Salvation Army way back in February 2000.